Hey everyone, welcome back to Power Tips. Today we're talking about the release wave 1 notes. We've been talking about this for a few weeks and we still have some categories to go over. So today we're talking about Dynamics 365, customer insights journeys, formerly marketing, or a lot of those marketing features that you're used to hearing about. So the release notes this time are broken up into 3 different areas: Copilot AI and innovation, moments that matter, and unifying sales and marketing. And so that's how we kind of broke up what we're going to talk about today. I think something that's really interesting that we should point out is this is the first kind of set of release notes that we've looked at where the majority of items are not Copilot focused. So it's really exciting to see some of the core functionality as well as the AI for us to work on. So I'm going to kick it off with the Copilot AI and innovation. The item we saw is creating our journeys with Copilot by describing them. I'm not sure if that title makes sense, but that's okay. So basically, you're going to use your natural language to describe the type of journey that you want, and then it will help you create it and give you ideas there. You can get inspiration, get a preview of the journey. This is something I think you've heard us talk about it before, and because it has been announced previously, it's already in public preview, something that you can try out, but it will be generally available in April 2025. Heidi, had you tried this? You played with this one time, right?
Yes, and that's what I was going to say. I remember us talking about this like a year ago, if not more. So I love the describe it to designer features. Maybe this has just been enhanced with some of the more features that rolled out and baking that in kind of the whole AI processing. I think this is a very cool thing. It was very buggy when we first looked at it, when we tested it out. Things weren't working the same way. So I see in the screenshot here, it's got like a really detailed journey. Like if they complete the purchase, send the email, wait 3 days. That's the kind of stuff that wasn't working before. So I guess it is now. So very
I mean,
cool.
it's new and improved, which if my son is watching this, he'll chuckle because I despise new and improved as a marketing tactic. But maybe that's what this is.
Yeah, and it kind of goes back to the importance of when
Oops.
things are in preview, make sure you are giving your feedback so that it can get it to generally available. Go ahead,
Very
Malcolm, take
cool.
it away.
Speaking of previews, she gave you a quick preview of what was coming next with heat maps. So this is a feature that I think I just, the same kind of concept. I thought this was a thing. I know it is in many
Hmm.
marketing tools. I probably just conflated other tools with this one just because it seems like such a standard feature. So excited that this is coming. I know organizations do a lot of sending of the information. I would hope that they're doing a lot of time analyzing what's coming out of that. And these to me are a gold mine in terms of information about what's actually resonating with people. What are people interested in? Where are they clicking? And so the heat map gives you a really cool visual. Like you can see this is right from the release notes. Obviously people are clicking on the gesture that's popping out of the box, and so that's just good intel, right? Especially if you have a busy email that's got lots of different
Hmm.
areas. You might start to notice trends on where people are clicking certain types of banners or certain types of imagery. I think this is just cool, helpful information for sure.
It is cool, helpful. It also was definitely in prior sessions we've done on Power Tips.
Yeah, I thought
Hmm.
so, but quiet times also a thing that is, but this one truly is expanded as I understand it from reading the notes. So what you could do before was you could set quiet times for people individually and say, don't send the messages to this individual until this time. Now, from what I gather, it's allowing you to do that by time zone or region. So you can say, for anyone in
Mm.
this time zone, don't send it until this time period. And so that's pretty handy, right? I think this is starting to look at and recognize that I don't know if it's a country thing or there's just regulations around when you can, you should be earmarking or notifying, reaching out to your customers. I don't know that those laws go that granular. I don't think there's something that says you can't email people at 2 a.m. And if it is, it doesn't work because I get all kinds of stuff when I wake up in the morning that's come overnight. But this, regardless, I think it's cool to be able to say for anyone in this region, send this message at this time, which is pretty handy. It also would help control the flow if you're doing like a mass mailing across the board for people across regions. It would start to stagger those over time, which would reduce your send rate in any given moment, which is good. says the non-marketer who really doesn't understand a lot of those words. So this is actually probably wins the award for least inspired slide of all time, but it's here. So the first one is 100 million contacts and leads can be sent 300 million maximum monthly interactions. Full transparency, have no idea what the limit was before, but apparently that's increased, and I don't think that's ever a bad thing if they're giving you more ability to send interactions to people, so that the more you reach out to your customers, the better. Asterisk, please don't bombard your customers because that's just annoying. And then the bottom one, pause and resume journeys. If the context of this was, if there's a natural disaster and you're like, ooh, we need to read the room, not a good time to be sending this, push pause. And then when everything clears up and we're back to normal operations in the world, let's resume it then. I think that's a fantastic use case example for that one, being able to just push pause on everything and it just freezes everything until you say go back to resume. Also, you could take time to edit things. If you realize maybe something wasn't landing well and you want to change it, you could pause it and go and do that and come back. So cool features, neat things to see on the roadmap, and not all Copilot, which is great.
Cool features. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Unify sales and marketing. And I thought we could briefly look at all 6 items in this. So we'll start on the left here. Maximize event capacity with waitlist registration. Well, why didn't we have this before? This is a great addition. The only change here is that toggle enable waitlist. Yes, no. Yay. So then if you have people on a waitlist, you can use trigger-based journeys to continue marketing to them and send updates. I love it. Seems like a long overdue thing, right? If you're doing events. Side note, a lot of these features are about events. This one's in preview this month. It's not there yet, and GA is slotted for May. The second one here is also events. So set up and execute pre and post event communications. You can continue the journey after somebody registers for an event. And obviously you can use Copilot for that, or you can build out your own journeys. This one is the only feature that doesn't have a GA date. So that makes me think this one's not quite ready yet. Give lots of feedback on this one if you like it, or if you don't like it and you don't want it. And then maybe that can influence the GA date. But we should see this one in preview next month. And then I thought this one was neat, and I feel like we saw this somewhere else in the release notes, but I can't remember where. Collect extra customer information without updating your data model. Do you guys remember this? Like store transitionary or temporary information, like what's your meal preference that you don't need to add to a contact record.
Yeah,
we did see it before.
We did see
that
before.
And it wasn't journeys. It wasn't in another area, I think.
Okay, perfect. So maybe this is a new and improved because it actually has a field type or a column type. But in the screenshot, it says field type. It's called short text. So this one says preview sometime this month. Again, not there yet. And GA date of May. Now we're going to talk about portals and fun stuff. So the first one here, create an event portal with event and registration details using Power Pages. So that's combining Power Pages with Customer Insights Journeys and giving you a really quick, easy spin up, awesome portal that allows you to have a list of all of your events. Inside, once you select an event, it gives you session details, speakers, schedule, registration form, everything you need with just a couple clicks of the button. There's a cool screenshot, which makes me think this one is pretty fully baked, but preview was slotted for last month. It's not there yet. GA date of April. I'm going to skip the middle one for a second because the one on the right is highly similar, but very different. Create an event portal on your own website. This is like old school CRM stuff, back when you could make your own landing pages and you didn't have to use Power Pages. So if you don't use Power Pages, if you're scared of Power Pages, if you have your own company CMS and you want to just fit in that, you can soon. This one also had public preview of February. It's not there yet, and a GA date of April. So this will give you either the JavaScript code snippet that you can then put on your own landing page, or you can tap into a new event API. No details on that other than that, but I thought this one was really cool because Power Pages doesn't fit for everyone, and not everyone wants to pay for Power Pages, especially if you already have a solution that works for you. Let's come back to the middle one, which when I read it sounded awesome, right? Automate seamless handoff between sales and marketing. It's like, this is going to be awesome. But all it really is I can add a task and a phone call and assign it to a sales rep. Or I can create a leader opportunity directly from a journey. So maybe it's just me, but I was underwhelmed by this one. I was like, really? That's it? But hey, if it wasn't there before, that's great. I don't work in customer insights journeys personally. That is not a product that I'm using day to day, like the sales and service. So I don't know if you could do this today or not, but it feels like something you should have been able to do. Anyway, this one is in preview now, so you can play around with it. GA of April. What do you all think about these? And am I the only one underwhelmed by what Automate Seamless Handoff is?
I feel the same about seamless handoff. I guess I assumed that that was already a feature, but maybe I need to spend more time in journeys.
I'm in the same boat. I'm not sure if it is or isn't, but it's certainly something you could have done, given that it's data-verse centered. You could have said, when this happens, here's a flow that do that. And maybe that's the feature, right? It's that you don't have to lean on that external build to do that now. It's just part of it. But I agree that it seems like it should have been a thing before. So I also wonder how many times you said Power Pages in the first two. I'm going to go with 33.
Power Pages.
Yeah.
I could check the transcript later. I'm sorry I threw some shade at Power Pages, but I don't think it fits all organizations, and I think it's nice to have
right.
an alternative.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, I totally agree. It's not for everybody, and not everybody wants to pay for it. And organizations have been around for a while, and they have their own websites and things already up and running. Why would they want to add to that necessarily? So, not that it's a bad product, but they don't necessarily have to use it. Makes sense.
Exactly. It's fantastic. Thank you all for joining us for our fantastic overview of, I think we covered all of the features in the marketing release notes. I'm sorry, customer insights journeys release notes. Lots of marketing features. Very excited for some of these. Let's find out if they make it GA in the next few months, and join us on our next session. I think we have a couple more areas of the Dynamics 365 release wave to go through, and then we will switch over to the Power Platform. If there's anything you want us to cover next, let us know in the comments below, and we will prioritize it for you. Thanks for joining us.